Shalom. First, I'd like to start off by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakatash. Double honor to teachers, elders, and the apostles of Great Millstone, likewise brothers putting out this truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep into brothers and sisters. When again, Shalom, the latest lesson's titled, It's Gonna Be Bad Before It Gets Worse.
Trump.
Donald Trump, if you can hear us.
If you see this, please save
Donald
us.
Trump, please save me. Please save me, Donald
This
Trump.
is America. This is our land.
Please. I'm asking you.
Y'all about to have a
save me.
panic attack.
Please save me, please.
This is our country. Our country.
In God's name, please
This is
stop this.
awful. God, please save us. Please.
Will end the devastating inflation crisis immediately, bring down interest rates, and lower the cost of energy.
We're going to bring those prices way down.
A vote for Trump means your groceries will be cheaper. Groceries, cars, everything. We're going to get the prices down. Starting on day one, we will end inflation and make America affordable again.
I can't afford groceries. I can't even afford gas to get to work.
My rent is going up $230 a month.
How are people affording life right now?
I can't buy anything. I can't afford the rent these days.
This rental market kind of feels like the most discouraging thing I've ever experienced.
Buy groceries, then we either won't be able to pay our rent or our electric.
They want you to make 3.5 times the rent.
The exact moment I knew that the economy was in shatters.
I'm working like 3 jobs right now.
After being outpriced at the rental market, I have moved into my car.
£40 in a day.
The millennials and Gen Zers who are complaining that they can't buy a house are not working for minimum wage.
Our mortgage payment is going up almost $200.
You cannot support a family on one full-time income.
How are we supposed to buy a home when minimum homes are $300,000?
This here represents a near $1,000 increase in my rent.
My husband and I have come to the realization we can't afford groceries.
Landlords and corporations are continuing to price gouge.
It's like, oh shit, it's bad out there.
I just don't want to do this anymore.
So I was just laid off like 15 minutes ago.
So I think I'm being laid off from my job today.
I fucking got laid off yesterday.
So I'm still upset about my vote for Donald Trump. Everybody knows I got fired.
I woke up last Thursday, employed, went to sleep, jobless.
Okay, further breaking news about the recent Meta firings. New information shows that even high performers got caught in Meta's year of efficiency cuts. People who consistently exceeded expectations, and even one person who just returned from parental leave, suddenly found themselves labeled as low performers and pushed out. What's alarming is that while this issue has led us to focus on Meta, the reality is this is potentially happening in several other companies. My DMs are full of experienced workers, often with decades of expertise, being pushed out this way. If you're facing this situation, remember, a performance label during a company's efficiency drive doesn't define your career.
I think I'm being laid off from my job today. If you couldn't tell by my appearance, I have been crying all morning. I haven't even had my meeting yet, but I got a calendar meeting today from someone I've never spoken to at the company, and a bunch of other people did too. So I am recording this because I feel like a lot of people can probably find comfort in knowing they're not alone. So we will see. Maybe it'll be something positive. Maybe I'm not getting laid off, but I am shaking.
That does impact your position. Today is going to be your last day.
I've loved my time here and I'm very thankful for it, so I appreciate it. I did not think that that would be my last day. My laptop's not even working anymore for me to like save things. Like,
come make a matcha with me in preparation to get laid off today. So I am getting laid off in approximately 17 minutes. I'm lucky enough to have been given a bit of a heads up, so I have taken some time to kind of try and process, and I'm just trying to do some things to make myself happy before that conversation.
A contractor for the government who was recently laid off about 2 weeks ago for budget cuts, and I am 31 weeks pregnant currently. For some context, I do have a little bit more time on my contract, so I'm still working for a couple more weeks and getting paid until that date comes, and then I will be on unemployment and I will have to take our son at a daycare, and I will have to be a stay-at-home mom. So for the past 2 going on 3 weeks, I have been working my ass off to apply to every single job possible. I've also been working towards a new certificate that would help me kind of pivot my career so that I can open up more opportunities. It's hard. How do you keep moving forward? You know, it's just like obstacles and taking another step into the unknown and hoping that the path shows itself. And
I fucking got laid off yesterday. I gave myself 24 hours to just like feel the feels and be sad and mad and angry about it. But it's still really shitty. And I know that I'm not the only one going through this right now because there's so many layoffs happening, especially within the federal government. But yeah, it was just like, so I worked for myself for 10 years. I was a freelance graphic designer, photographer. And then I just wanted to take a break from like the hustle of, you know, being your own boss and finding your own clients and everything. So I took this job within the NIH, and it took a lot for me like mentally to get over that hurdle of not being able to say like, I'm a full-time freelancer, or I'm a studio owner, which I can still say that I'm a studio owner, but you get the idea. Like, it was a huge hurdle for me to let go of that and to be like, yeah, I have a 9-to-5. Yeah, I have a corporate job. So to a year later now to be here and like, just, yeah, like just kind of get the boot, not kind of get the boot, get the fucking boot out the door. It's really shitty. And so I just want to say, if you're also going through this, like, you're not alone.
All right, day one of me not having a job, and it's time for me to tell the story of who the fake that I work for. No, I don't have a story. I wanted a story, but I don't have one. I work for a nonprofit. People have been asking, and our federal funding got cut because of the new administration. And that's okay. It's not okay. But I'm going to be okay. I am down here at the unemployment office filing for my unemployment because your girl still need her coin. And I am still processing all of this. It really hit me this morning when I did not have to get up to go to work. But in the meantime, in between time, I will be job hunting. I will be taking a break. I will be self-reflecting. I will be updating my resume. I don't know. I just will. That's it.
So I'm still upset about my vote for Donald Trump. Everybody knows I got fired from the research and development that I was doing. I got up every morning like everybody else does. I put my right foot in, and then I put my right foot out, and then I shook it all about. And I did the hokey pokey because that's what I thought it was all about. then our research got terminated. I got fired. Still regretting that vote for Donald Trump. That's all I know.
If you didn't know, I work in tech, right? Basically, the CEO was just saying this. He said, look, the company's revenue didn't really do as good, and I can't really afford to roll anymore, basically, right? He said, you know, you're a good dude and all this stuff and all this good spill, right? But when he was telling me this, I wasn't tripping. Yo, I was not tripping because guess what? Did I really feel fulfilled at that job? Not really, for real, for real. Did I really feel like this was a, like, purpose? Nah, not really, right? And also, too, I know, like, God is working things out on my behalf. Maybe I don't understand it. Maybe I don't get it now, but I will eventually. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing. God is in control of our lives. So if he allowed this to happen, he allowed this to happen for a reason. I want all my people, right, that's out there that's going through this, that's been laid off, that's been fired and this and that. I don't want you to think of yourself as a failure. You're not a failure. Maybe God got something bigger and better for you. In this new season that I'm in, y'all, hopefully this can encourage somebody. It's just lean on God more than ever. He's all knowing. He knew this was going to happen and he knows what's going to come next. So lean on him more. Also, too, you got to hit the ground running. You got to hit up this person, connect with that person. Like, look, your network is your net worth. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to apply to places, hit up this one. Don't be prideful. Put the pride to the side. Hit up your friends, hit up your family, hit up people that may go to your church, hit up all these things, right?
I'm home in the middle of the day on a work day because for the second time in my over 50 years, I just got laid off after 9 years at the same office. And before that, I worked for a healthcare system from 2004 to 2017. So I don't switch jobs often, as you can tell. So I'm a little freaked out. But the moral of the story is I've been asking Spirit to change things for me. And I know this intellectually, that when you ask for those things, that you are guaranteed a fun little ride. But I think I forgot for a moment what that means. So, yes, I've been crying all morning, and I'm done crying.
Okay, is it just me or the job market is just shitty?
Can someone tell me why the fuck it is so hard to find a job?
I've been applying to like minimum 20 jobs a day, and I've not heard back.
Gen Z is not good in the workplace and how they're getting fired at alarming rates and how people are trying to hire baby boomers over Gen Z.
If you live anywhere in the United States, you know that we're in a silent recession.
Waking up every single morning and doing the same thing over and over and over again.
It's bad. It's not a coincidence you put in 150 applications and you ain't get that call back. It's bad. It's really bad.
I'm gonna tell you right now, people can't find a work. They can't find a job because they're giving all the jobs to people that they already built a relationship.
So the National Air Traffic Controllers Association, or NATCA, says as of right now, no air traffic controllers were fired, but some of its other members were. The union is not saying which positions or how many, but NATCA also represents engineers, architects, staff support specialists, finance management employees, and more. The Trump administration has not yet said anything about these specific FAA terminations, but the president did say last week that he wants to downsize and improve the government overall. Another union, the Professional Aviation Safety Specialists, say hundreds of its members are affected by the firings. They argue the FAA is already stretched thin, and this move is, quote, unconscionable in the aftermath of 3 deadly aircraft accidents in Philly, D.C., and Alaska. That union also did not say which positions are affected, but their members include systems specialists, safety inspectors, engineering service employees, and more. We also know the employees being fired are probationary employees. In other words, they're new hires in the first year or two of their job, still in a trial period. We have reached out to the FAA and the White House, and we have not heard back. Christina, Dick.
All right, so was this a job performance thing? I mean, how did they identify who they were going to fire?
So both those unions we mentioned, they both say, no, this is not performance related. And NATCA said it is saddened to see the careers of some of its members cut short here.
And in light of what we're seeing now, what does this mean about aviation safety, though?
Yeah, it's a great question. NATCA says they are simply analyzing the effect.
Whatever that means. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm taking down my remote work setup after being sacked. And I know at first glance you must be thinking, must have been a DIR. But no, sweetheart. No, not of any sorts. None of any sorts. I got my job solely on merit. As a matter of fact, when I was recruited for the job and they were like, select your race, I was like, I'm just not going to disclose my race. You're going to see who I am in my first interview, which they did, and they still liked me. So based on my resume alone and my work ethic, my ability to do my job. But yeah, kind of disappointed. It's Tuesday, so it's almost been a week. Tomorrow will be a week since I was let go. Still in the stage of like trying to figure it out. And I'm just like grasping with the fact that this is all super, I don't want to say unfair, but it's just like so poorly timed. Overall, this like experience made me feel that like, I'm always going to be replaced, or as if like I don't have any value to anything. I think it's really interesting how these companies, they can be negligent in the way they handle their like employees that are making under like 40K. Like I think I was making about 32, 33, like definitely not 35. But either way, like I feel like we as people, we are like so undervalued in the workplace, especially corporate workspaces. And to just be fired without any notice, but seeing other people have their arrangements prepared by the day that they fire you, like one person who was like, I'll just call them the head honcho in my department, like they were dismantling my department. And this thing I can speak of, I feel like I can speak about it as long as I don't disclose what company it is. Like, this person literally had a job set up in New Jersey, and some other people had arrangements already made. Like, if you could decide about who you're going to let go and who you're going to keep from this department, and you've decided and gathered all the materials that are needed in order to terminate and let us go, like the letters and all of that, I feel like you had enough time to tell us ahead of time, or at least warn us, because I feel like if we had received a warning, we all would have been in a much better position. Like, sure, we're getting let go, but we would have had more time to prepare.
Yeah, they did, Ben and Erica. You know, many protest the cuts to federal agencies, but also issues around trans rights and birthright citizenship, where many say that Trump is blatantly breaking the law.
A king and a fool must never rule.
More than 1,000 protesters marching on the Boston Common today.
I'm concerned that he is elevating himself above all others, and that's just not our way.
These men with a simple message saying Trump is not following the law.
He's got to pay attention to the Constitution, and that affects everybody here.
Others holding signs and shouting about Trump's presidency being a coup, despite him being elected by a majority of the country. Why do you call it a coup?
Because this is a takeover of the federal government. They're dismantling systems that are in place.
This woman's mother is out of work after years at USAID.
Once you reach an amount of privilege and power, it is your right to help other people. I think it's inhumane not to.
And after about an hour of protesting at the Boston Common, the protesters shut down city streets and marched over to City Hall Plaza.
I just think there needs to be checks and balances, and I'm really scared as a citizen. That's why I'm here today protesting.
And the whole idea that diversity is somehow evil, no, we're not going back.
Now, things remain peaceful here today. Both Boston police and state police confirm no arrests were made. We're live here on Beacon Hill. I'm Peter Leopoulos, WCVB News Center 5.
Money, come get your blood money. Come get your blood money. Fuck. I pulled your damn card. I pulled your fucking card. I pulled your fucking card.
What you talking about?
I'm leaving, dude.
What you talking about?
I'm not fucking with them.
What you talking about?
They started fucking with me.
You talking about white power though?
No,
you in the Bronx.
They started
You in the, hold on, don't move. Fucking bugging, nigga. White power what? 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 What happened? White power what? Fuck out of you in the Bronx, nigga. You dumb? You said white power what, right? White power what? You in the Bronx. You in the wrong hood. White power what? White power what? Donald Trump got y'all niggas fucked up. Let him go, that's it. I stab your stupid ass.